and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one after that. This time, man, we're just gonna be checking out the news, man. Doing a live watch party, watching the news. You know, want to open it up for conversation, dialogue, chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up in there. You know, get with me. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me. Let me know what you think about some of the stuff y'all hearing about, news, where you're from. You know, in your area, what you might have heard. You know, across the United States, across the world, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be just watching some live news, you know, things of that nature, and seeing what you guys think about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Danny back at it, man. First live news watch party. So we'll see how it go. Like the stream as you come in, interact with me in the chat, subscribe to the channel. But anybody in the Dallas Fort Worth area where I stay in Irving. But man, it was a cold day today. I tell you, it was a cold day. I mean, currently in Love Field is looking like it was 14, Denton 12 degrees. It's about 7:32 right now. Dallas Fort Worth Airport 14 degrees. So you know it was fairly cold out there. I mean, I had went to the gym earlier this morning, and you know it was probably definitely before 7 o'clock, even before the light, sun started coming out. You know, it wasn't very cold. It might have been in the 30s. It might have been like in the 40s. But when I got back to this side of town after hitting the gym, and it was snowing and stuff too, man, ooh, it had got cold. I had to go to Walmart, get some things, and then I walked to my crib. You know, from Walmart to my crib might be anywhere from 10 to 15 minute walk. But I'm telling you, man, in 20-degree weather, oh my goodness, man, my hands and fingers was woo. I felt like they were froze, man. And they was in pain. My hands was throbbing. But yeah, we got hard freeze conditions will result in damage to exposed pipes and additional water main breaks are possible. So you know, definitely during these times, if you're in Dallas Fort Worth area or other areas where it's cold, make sure you got your faucets dripping. Power outages continue across portions of the region, leaving some without means of heating their home, and increasing the risk of frozen indoor plumbing. Any ice that melts on the road during the day today will refreeze, leading to dangerous travel conditions tonight. So, anybody in Dallas Fort Worth area, hey man, y'all be safe out there. And y'all commutes if you have to. If you gotta be moving and grooving, be safe out there. If you don't have to be, if you off, if you got everything you need, you don't need to go to the grocery store, you don't need to go get no cash, you don't need to go to the dollar store, you don't need to do nothing. Y'all chill, man. Chill and relax. Stay safe, stay warm. But yeah, man, I'm watching the news, man, and in Texas, it's still this big old thing about abortion, and going back and forth. Though I believe it might have been the Fed who struck down the Roe versus Wade to where it's illegal federally. I want to say I'll have to, I would stand to be corrected if I'm guessing, but I hadn't been really checked into the news, and especially about what's going on with abortion. So if that's off, let me know. Feel free to correct me. But from what I can try to recall, to the last I was paying attention to this whole abortion stuff like that, I think that's what it was. But what's crazy is, this it's a people out here who are voicing the right to abort their child. There's a people who have a voice out here to abort their child. Yeah, it's wrong for me to call myself a male chauvinist or to move forward and bring other brothers into the enlightenment of being a male chauvinist, because that's considered toxic masculinity, of course. But yet you can have women fighting politically for the right of women to kill their kids. And I could see, if there were special, I could see if there was any special, say for instance, rights for those who might suffer rape, incest, molestation, sexual assault, all that kind of stuff. I could see if that's the case. But all of those might only be 1% of the total statistics of women who getting abortions out here. So for the most part, a lot of these chicks out here who getting these abortions, man, they hoes. You know what I'm saying? They just doing whatever they want to do, and then they don't want to have to hold up to their accountability and be a mother. Even though they don't let whoever lay down with them go in on raw, bust, all kind of stuff like that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But then they want a right to be able to abort children instead of being accountable for their actions and being a mom and owning up. You know what I mean? So it's crazy out here, man. It's a crazy world. But it's wrong for me to be a male chauvinist. But it looks like Robb Elementary School. What happened there? It looks like they're just kind of foreshadowing of the next news topic they're supposed to cover. So they were just dealing with abortion, something about Robb Elementary School, I want to say. I'm sure they're about to go into details on what happened there. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened. So I'll be getting enlightened and getting some knowledge on it myself. But welcome to anybody out there who just checked in, who's just chiming in. Welcome to the live stream. Like the stream as you come in. Feel free to interact with me in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man, we're just watching the news, chilling, kick back, relaxing, maxing, and calling as I see it. Open to any interaction in the chat. Hit me up. Holla at me. Details in the description. If you feel inclined, feel free to support the channel via Cash App. Details are scrolling. Should be scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. But yeah. Kick back, maxing, and relaxing, watching the news. It's a commercial right now. Man, I'm telling you, I was so cold out there today. Oh my goodness. Woo! I can truly empathize with those who are less fortunate, who have to endure harsh weather conditions, like 20 degrees or less. You know what I mean? Wow. I mean, I'm talking about just a walk from Walmart to my crib, man. Maybe like 15-minute walk or something like that. And my hands was hurt. Like when I got to the crib, I could barely kind of get my keys in my hand, turn the knob and stuff like that, turn the key lock or whatever, and I'm like, man, my hands was hurting and throbbing, and even it took a little while for my hands to kind of get back reacclimated and stuff like that and get warm. But man, that was crazy. So I definitely empathize with those who are less fortunate, man, who might have to endure these harsh conditions for more than just 15 minutes. You know what I mean? We definitely, a lot of us, we take for granted, things that we are blessed to attain, blessed to be able to afford, and things like that, shelter, heat, And then even with that being said, even if you're able to afford it, man, it's like outages and stuff like that where people have froze to death, especially in the Texas area. You know, I mean, I want to say we had a winter storm a year or two ago where it was crazy. You know, where people houses weren't heated for days. Some people even died. They froze to death. You know what I mean? So it's serious. You know, definitely my heart goes out to those who are less fortunate, because you know they are truly surviving, man. You know, those of us who have good jobs and can afford whatever lifestyle living we do, man. You know, we don't have to live in such harsh conditions of, you know, sleeping in sub-freezing degree weather, you know, for hours, you know, staying out there, being out there. It's crazy. Yeah, we got to be grateful. You know what I'm saying? We got to be grateful. As we look at the world, what the world's coming to, like I'm looking at this news about this school. I still don't get what exactly didn't happen over here. I guess maybe it was a school shooting. And if, you know, I'm kind of insinuating and I'm guessing because, again, I didn't see like a news article. Okay, would increase the age to own a semi-automatic weapon from 18 to 21. HB 129, HB 284 will require report multiple semi-automatic rifle sales. So I guess this is kind of dealing. I guess it was a school shooting, and now they're dealing with like gun control and laws and stuff like that. So I don't know. Let me see. What I think like that. I think a lot of people who go up and run up in schools and stuff like that is it's unfortunate. It's crazy. You know, it's subtle, irrational violence and death and tragedy. I think a lot of those kind of people be having some real crazy stuff going on with them, whether it's externally or internally. You know, obviously a lot of them be having mental health issues, emotional health issues, obviously spiritual health issues. If you wanting to run up into a school to shoot it up, you're definitely dealing with some spiritual health issues. But you know, aside from all that, I mean, it's other stuff at play. You know, it's a lot of spiritual weakness in high places. You got like the little disaster actors and stuff like that. Those who, you know, in chaos, you know, they just actors, they're extras. You know, in which could kind of, you know, y'all might want to look into all that kind of stuff like that. But you know, I really think that, you know, it's real. These people going up in these schools, shooting them up and stuff like that. But it's some spiritual weakness in our place that truly be dealing with them people. You know, it's internally or externally. You know, what could drive you to want to go into a school and shoot it up? You know, kids who are younger than you, kids your same age, some of your friends, some people you didn't grew up with. Like, why would you do something like that? It's crazy, you know. But on the repercussion of school shootings and stuff like that, they're trying to take away the right to own certain type of guns, which, you know, it's an argument of it being unconstitutional. But you know, I think it's a target on the particular guns and stuff like that, because why is it that all these shootings, you know, a lot, for the most part, they go in there with big guns, or even mass killings, they're going in there with big guns. Now, obviously, in their head and their wicked minds, they probably just trying to do as much damage, and how much more damage can you do stuff with is with like a semi automatic or assault rifle and stuff like that. But I think it's you know, for them to go after gun laws, targeting specific types of guns and stuff like that. In ways I feel like it's unfair, because in a dire situation when you got to defend yourself and your family, you should be able to protect your family with the most optimal force that you possibly can own. And if you have an assault rifle, in those kind of dire situations, you'll be able to protect your family a lot more efficient and effectively, with an assault weapon if you own one. So I feel like it's unfair to um, target particular types of arms or particular brands of arms because there are cases where families truly do need that. If a group of individuals are invading your house and you don't know where they at and where they're coming from, you might more effectively be able to hone them off or ward them off or scare them off if you have an assault rifle versus a handgun. I'm just saying, So I'm not mad at them for like raising the age to be able to buy certain guns. I'm not upset with that whatsoever. Cause just like, I feel like if you got to be 21 to drink, I'm not mad at them making it to where you got to be 21 to be able to legally purchase an assault rifle. I'm not mad at that per se, because with that, you're hoping the intention is that it's getting in the hands of more mature people, though even at the same time, somebody who's 21 still throw it off and crazy and can be a nutcase. So, I I don't know. I feel that okay, now they're getting into it look like they dealing with immigrants. They supposed to be dealing with immigrants on this one, or migrants, should I say? Again, I'm in the Dallas Fort Worth area in Texas, so along with other bordering states to Mexico or the open borders and stuff like that, they might be able to relate to these issues more than others. Though even in others, some migrants are being bussed out to places, that aren't bordering states and bordering territories and stuff like that. But you have migrants who are being bused to your specific community and neighborhood and city and stuff like that. So it can go both ways. But to close out dealing with like the gun stuff, like I'm not cool with them targeting specific types of guns or brands. I'm not cool with that. I'm okay with if they want to heighten the age limit to get those type of guns. But even with that being said, to play the flip side, just because you're 20, 21, 22, 25, 30 years old, 40, 50, just because you still might not have the emotional fortitude and intellectual fortitude to be able to operate that weapon when it's necessary and to be able to judge when it's necessary. You know what I mean? So not everybody have that discernment and judgment within them, even spiritual and stuff like that. But it is what it is, man. Welcome to the stream. Like the stream as you come in, man. Just watching some news live. I was dealing with abortion a little earlier. I've kind of spoke my thoughts on that, and they were dealing with gun control. They were pointing to like how it was a school shooting, and it looks like they're trying to enhance the gun control rules on that. So I spoke my thoughts on that. So one of the next topics they're going to be bringing out is about migrants. I guess the issues with migrants coming across the border, things of that nature. So we'll see what kind of headlines or information they put out. I'll read it, but if they don't necessarily put any information visually, then I'll be kind of just having an open dialogue or monologue, should I say, about the topic in general. So Yes, sir. State trooper. So then like border control. They're showing like visuals of people getting off a bus. Look like they might be possibly getting on a bus. So what I'm imagining is this is dealing with like the migrants who are coming into the country, and then a lot of them being bussed out to other cities and states and regions and stuff like that. My thoughts on migrants and stuff like that. Now, granted, this isn't my world. This isn't my nation. I'm an American by proximity. You know what I mean? Because I was brought here. I was placed here. But if slave trade would have went a different way, I could have been in Dominican Republic. I could have been in Brazil. I could have been in a lot of other different places. So, you know, um, me, I have an interesting perspective on migrants because, like, as opposed of being forced to come here, I'm dealing from a prospect of from the perspective that people are coming here with free will and free choice, and they want to come over here. So there are a lot of benefits of being an American. Um, there's a lot of programs, a lot of services that the um, government provides if you are an American citizen. Some that can make life um, feasible for you. In some situations, it can make life great for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they got programs for somebody to just kind of help them to kind of break even or help them survive versus they got programs and stuff like that, and somebody can come up. you know. But yeah, it's definitely a great country in the fact that there are a lot of resources that can be tapped into by somebody who might either whether they really need it or whether they take advantage of a system. So, with that being said, it is a lot of waste. It's a lot of wasting that gets done because I mean I'm talking about government is literally pouring money, pouring money, pouring money, pouring money into these systems, and sometimes the people who really need the programs or the services or the support don't even get tapped into those resources. There's people who might have heard how you can come up, hey, you can come up with $5,000 a month doing this, or you come up $2,000 a month doing this. All right, boom, they get tapped into it. Now, there's another citizen who is dependent on the government to rely on a particular service. But even with that being said, they're getting, some cash flow, which can help them along their way, doing whatever they're doing in life and stuff like that. But it's definitely a great country. Got a lot of benefits. But with that being said, like some of the investments that the country taps into, I don't feel that they best meet. Uh, I don't think they best meet the needs, especially like at a particular time. We help a lot of countries out, and which is cool, it's charitable things of that nature. But is it really necessary for us to ship out billions of dollars when we got so much going on here? That we could help out. I mean, just imagine $1 billion invested in Texas towards the needy. Towards getting people off the streets. Paying for them to get at least a hotel room, motel room, or something. Or let's create a homeless shelter for $1 billion with the services and everything that's attached to it. How fantastic would that if you could fill up a AT&T stadium with homeless people, and then they all getting treated world class services as far as cleanliness, washing, cleaning, food, and then you truly helping them get along that way. But I don't mind high horse just a bit, but I was just trying to solidify my thought on how yeah, the government has a lot of benefits. It's a lot of services and systems and programs you can get tapped into. It's a lot of waste because a lot of the investments that are funds are given to don't always show a return and can be wasted. And I mean those funds could be redirected to other things that could actually serve the citizens and the individuals a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't mad for anybody who want to come over here to the United States. I ain't mad at that whatsoever. If you're able to, and if they're going to allow you to, I mean, I'm not mad at that. Because I'm dealing from a different perspective. I was forcibly brought over here. Well, not me particularly, but my people. We were forcibly brought over here versus somebody wanting to come over. So if somebody can freely want to come over here and they are able to, I'm not mad at that whatsoever. In reality, a lot of places that these people are fleeing from, though the United States ain't perfect, a lot of the places they're fleeing from are in not the best conditions, compared to the United States. But at the same time, there's beauty in those places. Like me, I want to get out too. I want to go to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to countries throughout the Latin American region. The Caribbean, South America. I want to go through all those places and stuff like that to different spots along the way. So I mean, those places ain't just horrible. People are making people are surviving. But even those places, some people are trying to flee and leave and things of that nature. So for whatever their reasons are, but I'm not mad at someone for when it comes to the United States. I'm not mad at that whatsoever. If they can come over here and become a citizen, get tapped in. Yeah, I'm not mad at that whatsoever. To ask y'all to like the stream as you come in, interact with me in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more content coming soon. Check out my past videos. Check out Walk and Talk with Danny. Check out the Monk Mode Chronicles. Check out my travel vlog. Check out my workout vlog. Check out my furs videos and stuff like that. Hit me up. Check me out. Hit me up. Holler at me. But be on the lookout for much, 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 much more. God willing, coming very, very, very soon. Very soon. Very, very, very soon. Yeah, it's on commercial right now. I'm actually going to see if I might mess around and flip the channel. See what else is going on. Hang on. Okay. Dallas Office of Homeless Solutions set up warming center. Okay. But it looks like that's a church. Let me see if I can get the name of that church one time. But it looks like it's at a church. What if we put Austin Street and Shelter Annex, Oak Lawn, United Methodist Church, Warren United Methodist Church, J. Eric Johnson Central something. Let me see, Greg Abbott. These communities in the state are ill-equipped to do the job assigned to the federal government house the thousands of migrants flooding into the country every day. So it's thousands of migrants. So they're still dealing with the migrants. like it's gonna be a cold day in the D. The low tomorrow is supposed to be 10 degrees in Dallas. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, maybe that was the wind chill because she flipped to the screen and tomorrow the low is actually supposed to be 19. So I guess that's the wind chill at about 10 degrees. It's still cold. It's below freezing. It's a cold day in the D. Arctic blast sweeps across Texas. Man. Wasn't a joke out there. It was not a joke out there. Okay. ERCOT supply and demand looks like the capability should be able to hold down the demand right now. It showed like a little, they're doing like a grid watch. Because after the winter storms of maybe a couple years ago, it's really been highly reported, highly analyzed, is the failing grid conditions in Texas, because since Texas doesn't typically experience Arctic blast and stuff like that, with one of the past winter storms that was dire recently, it put the spectrum on, it put the microscope on the Texas electrical grid and its functionality and capability to effectively work in harsh weather conditions. So currently looks like things should be good, though. I'll have to, let me see. I want to say there have been some outages. So let's see, power outages continue across portions of the region, leaving some without means of heating their home and increasing the risk of frozen indoor plumbing. So, there probably have still been some outages. Grid, it looks like they have made some upgrades and enhancements, because it was a chart that they showed. I want to say, if I read that correctly, that the capability exceeded the demand. So we'll see. There have been some power outages. We shall see how that goes in coming days, as we're looking to be under freezing for at least another day or two. But we'll see. Shall see. ERCOT says it's ready for increased demand. So going back to the chart I saw, I guess I saw that correctly. It looked as if the capability exceeded the demand. So if there is a spike in demand, the capability should hold, and we should be good. But we shall see. If this thing lasts another day or two of this Arctic blast, the power grid definitely will be tested and proven to see if it's battle tested, man. So we shall see. We shall see. What do you guys think? Are you in the Texas area? Are you in the Dallas-Fort Worth area? What do you guys think about this power grid issue? What do y'all think? Hit me up in the chat. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about any of the issues we've done dealt with so far on the power grid, abortion. Let me know what you think about migrants coming over, And also let me know what you think about gun control. You know, hit me up, holler at me. Subscribe to the channel. Like the stream as you enter. Interact with me in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Feel free to donate via Cash App, $DJZ1985. For sure. Let's see. I might flip it to another channel. Let's see if we can get some more news more frequent. Let me see what else. Okay, we'll go here. Boom. See what's going on in Dallas. Looks like they're riding up on homeless people. So in Fort Worth and Stockyards. Oh no, I think it was just dealing with the weather. They're showing people like rushingly trying to get to the store that they parking to get out to, and people like moving really quick and as they moving around. So it looks like they're dealing with the weather. Yeah, visiting. So they covering basically the Arctic blast, showing people how they have visited Fort Worth. He kind of moving and grooving. This one brother ain't got, he bald headed, and he ain't even got nothing on his head. And he with a sister, she ain't got nothing on her head either. Man, I'm trying to be sick. I'm trying to be sick tomorrow. That's another thing, man. If y'all out here in this weather, maybe in Dallas Fort Worth area, another surrounding area where y'all experiencing this Arctic blast, or even in any other state that's experiencing any resemblance of this Arctic blast, make sure y'all cover it up out there. Make sure y'all staying safe, staying warm, covering plenty of layers. Make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you got your vitamins going on, however you get them. Whether you eating fruit, eating vegetables in, you're drinking vitamin water. Make sure you are drinking water, plenty of water. 26 Honduran refugees rescued from Fort Worth home. Human smuggling. Wow, that's very interesting. Wow, human smuggling. So, Cowboys DE Sam Williams injured in car accident investigation. Well, it looked like he was in a Ferrari or something, a Lamborghini. Dang, it's black. That thing tore up now. Dang, he was in a nice car. It might not even be here. It might have been rented. That thing hood up. I don't know who he is. I don't follow the Cowboys like that. But if he's a meaningful player, y'all might be short of him. Deadly accident involved 18-wheeler. 2 other accidents on I-30 this morning. Deadly accident. So I guess this was a deadly accident that happened early this morning involving an 18-wheeler. But this was, it looks like this was around the time when it was snowing. I could see that if that was a situation where it was slid or got slick on the road or something like that. Man, it's crazy. Definitely my condolences to those who have lost family member involved in that. Showing the Austin Animal Center, they're showing this big old python, big old white and yellow python with like red looking eyes. I'm sure they're gonna bring that out, whether he escaped or they found him or something like that. What's good, YouTube family? Man, Edit with a live watch party of the news, man. Watching the news, getting hipped and up to date with what's going on out here. Sharing my opinions, getting your opinions, having dialogue, conversation in the chat, interact with your boy. Hit me up, holla at me. Follow me on social media. You can hit me up _Danny_Goodman, Instagram and Twitter. DannyGoodman03@gmail.com. Email. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Support the channel via Cash App, $ DGZ1985. Details in the description box. Yeah, man, just watching the news, man. Getting hip to date. I haven't watched the news in a little while. I typically do look at the news, like I'll look at the news headlines and stuff like that in the morning before I work and stuff like that. But I've been off. Let's see, it's Thursday. I've been off since like midday last Friday. So I'm off through all this week, and then Monday and Tuesday I'm gonna be off. So I'll go back to work Wednesday. So I hadn't been on my laptop like that, watching the news, being observant to what's going on in the world, local news, stuff like that. So I thought it'd be interesting to do a live news watch party. See what's going on out here, man. And get caught up with what's really good or what might be bad. Just to be informed, things of that nature. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my channel. Like the stream as you come in. Subscribe to the channel. Interact with me in the comments. Email me. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _Danny_Goodman. Also, feel free to support the channel. Cash App, $ DGZ1985. Got a few investments. I'm looking to make that would enhance and increase and improve the channel. So any support towards that would definitely be appreciated. Appreciate it. I'm really looking to take my channel to another level, and you guys will see. Y'all see where I'm at right now. Y'all gonna see the difference. Y'all gonna see it. God willing, for sure. So this Arctic Blast, this is what's happening. It just hitting on and hitting on. Let's see if we can check out another news channel. See what's going on in the world. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Will Dems pay political price for open borders? So it seems now I done went to like 1, 2, 3 different channels. I'm just browsing different news outlets, and I see that these migrants is relevant right now. That's what's popping. That's what people are talking about. Will Dems pay political price for open borders? So maybe Donald Trump, maybe he didn't have such a bad idea of building a wall. Maybe that wasn't a huge, maybe that wasn't a too bad of a deal or idea, should I say. Because, they're showing pictures in El Paso, Texas, December 11th. Now I'm talking about that's a long line across that border. Just chilling, waiting out. Standing around, sitting down, waiting around. Wow. That's crazy. Brownsville, Texas, December 11th. Getting bust out. Eagle Pass, Texas, December 12th. buses or a bus. It's like no place for these people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Look at, and then they got, man, we got buses of these people. We trying to manage and get them moved, but then there's still long lines of them waiting to see what's gonna happen. This is crazy. Crossing some looking river looking thing. Going back to Eagle Pass, Texas. Man, this is crazy. Wow. They demonized Trump for wanting to build a wall. I'm just saying. I didn't vote for him or nothing like that. If I would have voted, I probably would have voted for him. But I don't vote like that. But like with stuff like this, I'll be wondering if people really are paying attention to what are the issues that these people are running on, and how many of those issues or things that are their goals or the goals of their term. How many of those do they even accomplish or have success doing or towards? You know what I'm saying? You know, this whole politics and stuff like that. It'd be a game, man. In my opinion, it's a joke. Back in the Bible times, you know, it was kings. It was kings who ran it. You know, how many times did you hear about they had a vote? The Democrats and Republicans in the Bible, they had a vote, and the electoral college, you know, basically decides like, you know, you didn't get that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? There was one king. You know what I'm saying? And the righteous ones ran it according to the word of God. But can't please all people. You know, they want who they want in, who gonna push their agenda, their goal, i.e. the abortionists, feminists. Man, it was crazy, man. They were showing clips of like protests with the abortionists and stuff like that, feminists or whatever. And there's black men amongst them. I'm like, bro, it's black men amongst the feminists. Like, what are you thinking? A black man marching with the feminists. And they look, I mean, they didn't look flamboyant. Like, they could have possibly been some heterosexual dudes. But, I mean, they are amongst crowds of feminists and abortionists, you know what I'm saying? Protesting. Like, wow. Wow. Crazy. They're still talking about the open borders right now. I don't know if any of y'all got what is it? The Dish or AT&T? No, it's not AT&T. Maybe it's AT&T. The Dish or AT&T. But if y'all find a channel called One American News, like that's one of my favorite news outlets right there. One of my favorite news outlets. Man, they just keep on talking about this storm. Like they're going to deal with some tech companies or something like that. So they keep on talking about the storm and migrancy and feminism, and I'm gonna turn this off, man. I'm gonna wait to see what they talking about with tech. But if it don't end up being nothing or whatever, I'll kind of touch on any kind of demographic or statistic that they show, whatever the case is. But if they keep on talking about this storm and feminism and migrants, man, I'm going ahead and end this stream because it ain't. I guess those are the talking points of the day. That the you know, that the media outlets are pushing. So, but hope everybody doing good out there, man. Y'all stay warm, y'all stay safe. If you are in this Arctic blast, are partaking in this Arctic blast, y'all make sure y'all staying safe, staying warm. Be grateful. Be grateful. Because there's some people out here who out here in the cold for real, man. And I'm telling you, man, it is cold out there. Whew. I think my hands are still feeling it, man, from walking from Walmart to my crib. Like a 15-minute walk, man. From Walmart to my crib, man. I'm talking about my hands just freezing, throbbing in pain. Whew. It was cold out there. It was cold out there. And I had some gloves on. Yeah, man. They're on commercial right now. Hit me up, holla at me. What's up, y'all? Like the stream. Interact with me in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Instagram, Twitter. _Danny_Goodman. Feel free to support the channel via Cash App, $ Danny Goodman. No, sorry. $ DJeezy 1985. Details are in the description box. A lot of things that I'm planning, man. I'm so excited about where I want to take the page to. Things that I'm looking to accomplish and do, and some more areas that I want to cover. I'm just truly looking to take this thing to another level, man. Like, I feel that some of my content might be reaching to people who is resonate to, and they can appreciate, they appreciate, the effort. And for that, I want to, I'm driven to just, try to keep pumping, man, and keep the consistency going, but also improve on the quality, man. So that's what I'm gonna be looking to do, man. Here very soon. So I'll be on the lookout. A lot of content coming right down the line, right around the corner, for sure. Still showing us a commercial, but let me pose a question for anybody who is watching this currently live, or for anyone who comes across the playback at any amount of time, just to get a poll of the sides of political spectrum, those who come across this video or who are watching this video, or put a 1 in the chat if you are a Democrat, 1 in the chat if you're a Democrat, now or later, 2 in the chat if you're a Republican, 2 in the chat if you're Republican, 3 in the chat if you are other. That can be independent or whatever other, party you choose to partake in fellowship with. So put that in the chat. Just interested to see if any of y'all are politically sided, and if so, what's the majority? Me myself, I don't necessarily vote. I try to maintain a bias about myself and my perspective. Even when I watch the news, I'm just kind of moving and grooving, watching different channels. But it looks like there's kind of like a push for a narrative or the headlines to be basically about migrants, something about the abortion stuff. And the storm is, that's kind of like the high points right now. saw something about they're going to be dealing with some tech, but it's coming back on. Let's see what they're talking about. It has me interested, but they're dealing with the temperatures and weather right now. Let's just see what they're talking about with that tech, man. Do any of y'all invest? Do any of y'all invest in futures or options or stocks or crypto or forex? Any of y'all trade out there? Any of y'all invest out there? If you're interested in learning how to trade, forex to be exact, hit me up, man. Hit me up, DannyGoodman03@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _Danny. Let me know if you might be interested in learning how to trade, man. Learning about forex. I'll be happy to get with you and consult you, see what your goals might be, and we can see if we're a good fit to move forward as, me being your coach and being our mentor. Mentee, should I say. Yeah, they're still talking about this weather. Major winter storm seeing temps below freezing across most of the country. This thing went through America for real. It went right back up through, like it's gonna go right back through like New York and stuff where it came from. Oh, that's crazy. So, if anybody out there, y'all like some snow games, it's probably gonna be some good snow games coming on this weekend with college and professional. You know what I'm saying? Some night games, night college games, some pro games during the day and the evening. Probably gonna have some nice snow games, quite a few snow games if any of them on the East Coast. Maybe even on the Northwest as well if any teams are playing in like Seattle. All right, let's see if they're gonna talk about this tick. That's what I'm looking forward to. Hunter Biden retains top defense lawyer ahead of expected GOP probes. Twitter files part 7 FBI DOJ discredited information about Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings. I'm not really privy on that. I might need to go back and research and do some digging on what's going on with Hunter Biden. I've seen like little things from her and there. Let me see. FBI blasts conspiracy theorists over Twitter files. It went fast. Let's see. The correspondence between the FBI and Twitter show nothing more than examples of our traditional, long-standing, ongoing federal government and private sector engagements, which involve numerous companies of multiple sectors and industries. FBI statement: it is unfortunate that conspiracy theorists and others are feeding the American public misinformation with the sole purpose of attempting to discredit the agency. FBI refuses to admit failures. FBI refuses to admit failures. Wow. Very interesting. I'm not really hip to, let me see, Twitter files expose more FBI corruption. So I don't have much thought on the whole Hunter Biden situation. I hadn't did enough research to talk on it intellectually. Um, though with conspiracy theorists, a lot of conspiracy theorists do deal with some truth. You know what I'm saying? Not all. Sometimes they kind of run away. They kind of run with some stuff, but for the most part, conspiracy theorists are dealing with truth. We're dealing with putting some information out there that is disnormal to mainstream. So they are dealing with truth. You know what I'm saying? But the masses are dealing with falsehood and fallacy and things of that nature. So, a lot of times I find that when it comes to mainstream media and stuff like that, they try to degrade, say for instance, conspiracy theorists. You know what I mean? Try to discredit them or whatever the case is. Despite undeniable evidence of FBI Twitter collusion, the Bureau refused to admit any wrongdoings. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm sure there's some conspiracy theories going in on FBI with that Hunter Biden stuff, I would imagine. Because again, I'm not able to talk on that intellectually. I hadn't did much research on the whole Hunter Biden, whatever was going on with it. But it looks as if conspiracy theories are turning it up and putting that truth out there, most likely. So shout out to the conspiracy theorists out there. We're putting that truth out there. You know what I'm saying? 2 files expose more FBI corruption. I guess there's some exposing that's going on. I'm still waiting to see what this tech information we're gonna be dealing with. And I'll probably go ahead and end the stream because they basically hitting on a lot of the same stuff they've been talking about, whether the weather or whatever the case is. So, like the stream as you come in, interact with me in the chat, subscribe to the channel, email me dannygoodman03@gmail.com, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, my social media handle _Danny_Goodman. Feel free to donate to the channel. $D Cheesy 1985. Got some investments I want to need to make, looking to make. We'll be making those soon. Any help towards that will definitely help go a long way and be appreciated towards improving the channel. So we'll just kick back watching some news and just having a live watch party watching the news, something that might not be the most interesting to a lot of people. A lot of people don't care about what's going on in the news. They're more worried about, the latest drama between their favorite celebrities and stuff like that. They don't care about what's societal issues and societal detriments and societal, they're not looking into getting some real information. They rather know who cheating, who on reality TV, who their favorite reality TV stars and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people more worried about that kind of stuff. Who ahead in the gossip? Who did that? Who did this? All that stuff don't mean nothing when it comes to news, being informed on what's really going on. Travel troubles nationwide as massive winter storm crosses the country. Travel troubles nationwide. It's a massive winter storm across the country. 9,431 flights have been delayed. 2,427 flights were canceled. Dang, now they're showing a big old crowd of people in the airport like in Chicago. That's why I would not find it ideal to be traveling during the winter. Not the smartest investment. Not the smartest train of thought, in my opinion. Unless you're going somewhere, to be by the beach and stuff like that, and you're not flying out of areas that are being affected by winter conditions, harsh winter conditions. United States job openings, we got 10,334,000 job openings in the United States, according to the October 2022. Unemployment benefits can top 80K a year. Unemployment benefits can top in Washington, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine. In all those places, wow. Obamacare for everyone. A family making almost $250,000 annually still qualify for Obamacare subsidies in every state. So what was Obamacare for? What was the point of that? That was an amazing stat about unemployment benefits topping around 80,000 a year in those particular areas. That's crazy. Going back to well, I'm not mad at somebody for wanting to be over here, being a migrant, and coming to the United States. Hey, if you can come over here and get tapped in, just making $80,000 a year on unemployment benefits, that person makes more than somebody who working out here. So why would you want to work? Let's see. New analysis finds 14 states pay over $80K per year annualized in unemployment benefits. That's a real thing. That's waste. That's waste. Why does anybody who's unemployed need to make $80,000? If anybody's unemployed, whether they coming from if they used to making $250, they gotta reassess some things. They need to, because you can survive. I mean, I can see now, granted, that's annualized for per family, right? So, if that's for a whole family, say if it's granted, going back to, it's a matriarchy that we find in our immediate communities, stuff like that, where people take advantage of child support and spousal support and alimony and stuff like that. Those things could play into some of those. These could be a lot of divorce situations as well. That would be interesting to find out. What's the highest percentage of these individuals divorced or recently divorced? That would be an interesting statistic to find out, for more understanding on that. Unemployment benefits too generous. In my opinion, they are. If a person can make $80,000 a year, that's crazy. Definitely need to fix that. Yes, sir. Like the stream as you come in. Like the stream as you come in. Interact with me in the chats. Subscribe to the channel. Email me, DannyGoodman03@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, _Danny_Goodman. Support the channel via Cash App, $ DG1985. Be on the lookout for much more to come. Much more to come. Very much. A lot more to come. Just be on the lookout, man. I don't hear what they're saying. You got like a screen, 3 people talking, one back and forth. One dude talking, his name is Steve Moore, founder, committee to unleash something. I think it's prosperity. I don't know. I don't hear what they're saying necessarily. But that's basically the talking point of the question that's posed to the panel. Are unemployment benefits too generous? It pays not to work and widens America. Wow. Well, yeah, man. This is your man, Danny. I'm gonna go ahead and log out, man. This is my first time doing a live news watching party. So, like the stream as you come in, like the video if you're watching the playback, interact with me in the chat, interact with me in the comments, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to follow me on social media, _Danny_Goodman. Support the channel, $DGZ1985. But be on the lookout for a lot of content coming soon, as well as doing more of these as well. So be on the lookout for more content coming very soon. Hope y'all take care. Y'all stay safe and warm. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.